fan. Well,
Ugh.
welcome.
Are we live?
We're live.
We're live, baby. I love it. Okay. How are you? How was your day?
I just have to say that I had my first poppy this week.
Okay.
One, it was delicious. But two, I think the probiotics have done something to my stomach because I can drink like 100 Zevia a day. But I had two poppy the other day and my stomach was upset. So I
What do you
just
mean
need to
upset?
be, I don't know. It was just different. It
It
was
was
just,
popping off.
it was popping. The poppies
Okay.
had me popping.
What is
So
the probiotics of poppy like? What's the cell? Like what's it supposed to be doing?
who knows? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They're just, their slogan is soda's back and it's good for your gut.
Okay. Whatever that means. Okay. Well, maybe not yours.
Maybe,
Maybe not yours.
maybe my gut was like, no.
Did you read the small print where it said like except for you, Alyssa?
I should have read the small print. I should have.
What
It's probably
flavor
there.
though? Oh, sorry. What
Well, of
flavor?
course, I had the grape.
Okay, was it good though?
The grape was a 10 out of 10. Then I
Okay.
had the raspberry rose. That was like an 8 out of 10. Hi,
Okay.
Aries. And then I just bought the orange, and that's in my fridge.
Okay. Okay. Well, sometimes I see the poppies, and if I don't see a Zevia, I'm like, is it good? Is it worth it? So,
It's
and they have
so delicious.
the merch. Did you see the merch at Target? They do like a merch line now.
Do you mean I
Yeah.
can wear it and drink it?
I mean, influencer.
Oh my
Pe-
God.
It's like back in the day when they used to send the PR and then you actually just got it at Target. People are like doing a double take. They're like, is she an influencer? Like, we don't know. We don't
I'm going to
know.
wear Poppy while I'm buying Poppy, and then people will
Yes.
think I'm
Well,
that girl.
record a reel like in front of it too.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my God, she's with the campaign. And
They
then
have to hire me.
yes, that is it. That's your in. We figured it out.
We're in. Official influencers, you heard it here first.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I am almost down to my last little thing. Thank you for giving me this recommendation. The
Yes, you're welcome.
the goalies, they're so good.
Is that the
They're
beets or apple cider vinegar?
I did apple cider vinegar because I hear that's like healthier.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's,
not and I'm not doing shots of apple cider vinegar.
oh my God, it rips open my esophagus.
Whoa. I think I just ripped open my esophagus. Whoa.
Whoa
Sorry.
there.
I have a little foster dog, I guess, if you will, and he is like, I need some water right now. So give me 1 second. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, and these goalies, I don't know about ripping my esophagus, Alyssa. I mean,
But they don't
geez.
taste like apple cider vinegar, right? Like that's why they're good.
No, this tastes like I literally tell myself when I want candy, I'm like, just get another vitamin. You're basically just healthying yourself instead of eating gummy bears. But then I always wonder, I'm like, is eating a whole container in 3 days concerning? Because it doesn't say that anywhere, but it says not to do that. I know. Let me get him some water. Give me one
We'll take a
second here.
timeout.
Well, I can just still walk and talk. But what flavor did you get, by the way? Okay,
For
let's
the
get some more.
goalie, I got the Ashwa whatever brand. I'll go get it. You get the water, I'll go get my goalie.
Okay, well,
And hello to everyone.
yes,
And Puppet, I will get back to you. Macabert, I don't know why you're running an ad for Botox, but that sounds good. Yusuf, hi.
we are pro Botox over here.
We're
Ew,
Protox.
we're pro tox.
Hi, Katie, and hi, Arthur. Okay, let
There
me
we
grab my
go.
goalie.
Well, okay, so I just left Pressed. We're doing a flavor drop. We're really excited about it. We're doing it with Pressed Juicery. Right now they have these new juices and it's like the smoothies. So it's like acai, mango something.
Oh,
Let me
yum.
so I just literally left there too and I was like, yeah, they have these new wellness smoothies. So I'm like,
You gotta
okay.
let me know about that texture.
Okay, what's going on with you? First of all, it's texture, then it's esophagus. What's going on over there? Are we
I don't
still
know.
talking about products or are we talking about your dating life now?
There is no dating life to speak of, but I just don't if
Could
their
be.
thing
There
is
could be.
juice, if their thing is juice and then they switch to smoothies like Urban
Mm,
the Urban Remedy brand, like I love their juices, but I don't really like their smoothies. It's just like
too thick.
you don't need a straw for it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So it's
But
just like the consistency thing for you.
yeah,
Okay.
consistency instead of texture.
Are you
So
somebody
what's
that, speaking of, sorry, not to go on like a little tangent, but you like, olives or grapes, like those consistencies? Like what's one other food that like gives you like the ick?
yogurt?
Okay, yogurt.
I'm not eating yogurt.
Yogurt? You've never ate yogurt?
I've had yogurt, therefore I know I don't like yogurt.
What about like all kinds of yogurt? Like, are you
Like it
how
my yogurt has to have like granola in it, right? Like I'm not going to eat yogurt. Like that's
wha
disgusting.
okay, wait, pause. Did you never have Go-Gurts growing up? Like the
Ew. No.
no Go-Gurts in your life? No. I know it's a crazy. The dog's upset about that as well.
Well, he
That's
can
crazy.
unfriend me on all my social media platforms and I will not take it personally.
Well, I mean, we didn't
But
have the best food growing up. I mean, there was probably some blue dye 49 something in that Go-Gurt anyways. So you probably are just 10 years better ahead of me health-wise.
I mean, we'll chalk it up to that. I did love Cheez Its back in the day. Those were my go to snacks, but never a Go Gurt kind of gal.
I really wanna do a '90s box. I really wanna
Oh,
do, like,
down.
a
Yeah.
fun '90s box, and I always think of fun flavors, and I've always wanted to do, like, a Pop Rocks on it and, like, just something different that, like, gives you back that, like, and I was trying to think what flavor, like, Dunkaroos were really popular,
Fun Dip.
Fun Dip. Yeah, anybody who remembers any good '90s treats or, like, early 2000 treats,
Yeah.
drop it in the
90s
comments.
nostalgia
Yes.
candy that you want on a donut. You should do that for sure.
Yes. My birthday is in May, and I'm thinking about doing, like, a '90s box because I was born in the '90s.
Yeah.
Just barely in the '90s.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to your little chat and we're going to do what is the most real thing that happened this week? And let's do chaotic
Mm.
as a full time donut business owner and then as a part time dog nanny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
my week was very interesting. Um, I wish I could insert a video, like, right here so everyone could see, but essentially, I
Oh, I have a
Easter
photo.
oh, well, I don't know if you can throw it up. Maybe, like, let's not just, like, embarrass me too bad
Let's
here,
just
but
tell the story. I'll show the receipts.
okay, that works. So it was Easter. Easter this last Sunday. Um, and yes, it was my last day basically fostering like a dog and babysitting this dog. And I have one behind me that's very wanting. Yes. And I come out to my car and that's my handle basically. I opened the door and not only was my entire like driver's side handle completely shredded, but it was like ripped apart all over the seat. There was blood dripping. Like it was just definitely chaotic. And to remind you, last week during flag football, I got a black eye. So now I have this like bloody door panel essentially and like a black eye and this dog that has like no idea, like so happy, like did not recognize he did anything wrong, which is crazy. And it was like I only had the dog for like 2 more hours before, and I still had Easter deliveries. It's Easter, like, Easter s everything's closed, which is I get it, it's a holiday, but, like, in that moment, I have, like, this door panel that's, like, just, like, ripped and it's shredded, and I just it's even driving next to it was giving me so much anxiety. I just wanted to like cover it up somehow. And I ended up finding a Staples, which was randomly open. And I like walked in and found tape and like was in the parking lot on Easter. Like all these families are like passing by, and I'm just hoping no one looks and sees like and thinks
Blood
what's going
everywhere.
yeah, and thinks what is going on over there. Like it's one of those moments where I am like so grateful that my logo is like not on my car, you know? Like
Yeah.
that I think about that all the time. I think like, gosh, that's such a great easy marketing, but then at the same time like I have seen my parking sometimes and it's not the strongest. So maybe I'd be pissing some people off too, you know? So I don't need a review like, well, the lady can't effing park.
Wait till you've got your Batmobile and then you can like mochio it out.
Yes, that'll work. Yeah. Batmobile donuts. I can see it now.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh, okay.
Well, I cannot
Well,
top that. I will just say that.
well, that's
I,
okay. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
not that I
Hopefully,
want to top that, but
yeah.
that is quite wild. Um, Let me think. I will say this week, like the craziest thing that happened to me was I don't know. I don't have a crazy situate. Oh, okay. It didn't really happen to me, but I work in neurosurgery, so I schedule surgeries. And my provider came back to the clinic after a surgery and he was like, listen, people over this BMI, like I just cannot operate on. The OR does not have the proper tools because he'll do surgeries like starting on your back and then he'll like flip
Mm,
you to your side to operate on your spine.
mm,
And he said that after a
mm.
certain BMI, the equipment in the OR cannot safely lift people. And someone fell off of an OR table. And um,
God.
I was like, so we're changing our entire protocol. Okay, sounds good. So it wasn't necessarily like fell off the table onto the floor, but like they were in one of those sling things and it
Yeah.
just I was like,
Oh,
wow, does everyone know this? And he was like, yeah, not
does
till
the
today.
patient know? Does the patient know that they fell?
I'm sure the patient was informed when they woke up that they have a
I
new
don't know about
superpower
that.
that they can fly.
They're like, "If you have any bruises, just let us know."
I had a surgery one time and I woke up and I had this bruise on the side of my head and I'm like, did someone hit me with like a scalpel
They're
or
like, "Bam."
the last person I told that to, they were like, yeah, they probably elbowed you. And I'm like, why are they elbowing me when I'm unconscious?
Maybe you were started to come you were like, "What's going on?" They were like, "Not today."
We're out of anesthesia. Knock her ass out. It's fine.
We're almost done. Sorry, we were midweek chaoticness.
Yeah,
Well, that is
uh, I'm glad that's the most chaotic thing that happened to me this week, besides the normal mess from having two toddlers.
yeah.
But we can segue into do you have a most random Amazon purchase that you absolutely love right now?
You know, that's a good question. Something I do actually. Can I go grab it?
Go grab it.
Okay, and it's really awesome for people with like ADHD. And this is gonna surprise you. Okay, give me 1 second.
Something about ADHD is going to surprise me.
Well, it also kind of looks inappropriate a little bit. So I tried doing a photo, but it looked like a little bit like a dope. Oh, okay.
David, you can go talk to somebody else like that and not me. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so this not sponsored, but I absolutely love this product. Dun dun dun. Dun. It's from Glow Recipe. It's this watermelon mist
Oh,
spray.
yeah.
But the reason I love it as well is like the smell, the refreshing, all of it, is that the lid, it will literally not it makes you put the lid back on in order to like keep it standing.
So
And to
you're a
me,
number one Amazon.
I love it. This
Makes you put
week,
the lid back on.
for me, that's a big one.
I love that for you.
I'm like, that's really nice, and it smells amazing. What do you need, man? What do you need? Some watermelon mist? What do you need, mate? What do you need? Well, think we have to get this dog a treat or something. So,
A
doo-doo-doo.
treat.
What about you? What's the last thing you bought off Amazon?
Okay, so I wanted to hold out for as long as possible because I'm like, why does everyone have these hair clips? Like,
Oh,
why
okay.
are these hair clips so popular? These are so effing ugly. Like,
Yeah,
why does everyone have them?
yeah.
But I needed hair clips, so I bought them. These are the strongest hair clips I've ever had in my whole entire life. And like, I don't have to touch it again. I feel like I could go 9 rounds with this thing in my hair and it's not
Okay.
moving.
Oh, oh. What about? I almost lost you there. You still there?
I'm here. We're here.
We're here. Okay. Well, I am so sorry. We had a midday lunch crisis with the dog. Apparently, is
He
that what you want?
hungry?
I don't know. Let's hope. Um, okay, my question is about the hair clip. When you drive and you sit back, and doesn't it not hit your thing right there? Mine
Well,
always.
yeah, yeah. And I've watched the ER doctors like 10 things I would never do. And one of them is wear a hair clip like while you're driving.
Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
never thought
yeah.
of that.
Yeah. That, yeah. Don't wear a hair clip while you're driving and never put your feet up on the dash no matter what.
You know, I'll never forget the one with the eyelash curler, doing your
I
eyelash curler driving. And you okay, we don't
People
need
that
to
can
paint a
do their
picture.
makeup, okay, that's a whole nother.
Oh,
That's Yeah, I
that's
know, but
that's my party skill. The entire way I'm getting ready. It's
uh,
either I can either my party trick is either showing up while getting ready the entire way there or eating an entire box of Oreos while I'm
oh,
there. That's
I can eat and drive, Rebecca, but I cannot do my eye while my eye needs to be on the road.
that is if
Fair?
for legal purposes, I agree with you. That is the right way. But yes, this is my most recent favorite Amazon purchase.
Okay. How much was that?
Oh, I think it was like $28, which
Okay.
is it has lasted me quite a bit, I will say, and it's very refreshing.
And is it
Ult
just like a refresher? Is it antibacterial?
It's a watermelon glow, ultra fine mist, so it's like a hydrating mist,
Okay.
a and it's like Korean skincare kind of line.
I know
So,
that brand. Yeah. They smell delicious.
so good, so good.
Um,
Okay.
I will say, hi, Ollie. Um,
Hey,
okay,
Ollie.
so we are going to piggyback on the trending topic about going to space.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's talk
So,
about it.
who do you think would be the worst celebrity to go to space?
Like, I'm in the space with them.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to space. You and me, and who are you never picking to go with us besides anyone in politics?
Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, okay, wait. Never going. It would have to be somebody that's just oh, this is gonna be controversial.
Of course it is. Anything that you and I say is going to be controversial, and the
Yeah.
fact that we're just on the internet is causing controversy even in our comments.
Well, you know what?
So say
This
what you're going to say.
let me think. Okay, well, it's definitely I feel like it's gonna be a male.
Oh, 100%.
If there was any and it's gonna be a celebrity, gosh, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I know this sounds bad because, like, it's just coming off the top of my head, but, like, Charlie Sheen? I don't know why, but I'm just like, I don't really or, like, maybe somebody
So
like
we're
that.
choosing the bear. We'd rather go to space with the bear, I think is what you're saying.
I think you always choose bear. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
no
yeah, I
more.
think that'd be the best.
Well, what about you? Who are you picking? Or who is, like, your least no more.
I would say probably like a comedian I couldn't stand.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Ooh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, someone that I just like I don't think is funny. So just I know people that like I would want to go to space with, but I
Yeah,
think the worst personality to bring would be someone who I just don't think is funny.
yeah, and because 'cause they're gonna be making jokes for
The
those
whole time
11.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
puns that I'm like, this isn't funny.
I feel attacked. I feel like you don't want me to go.
No, I would love for you to go. I think you're funny.
Oh
But
my god,
some
stop.
Netflix will like recommend that I watch this comedian, right? And
Mm,
I turn it on and I'm 20 minutes in and I'm like, they got a Netflix special.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't like this isn't even funny.
Yeah. Sometimes I mean, sometimes too, I think different people from different neighborhoods, like, their funny is their funny too. Like, people get
Yeah.
different humor different ways too. So it's sometimes I'll see somebody, I'm like, "Oh, I've never heard of them before," and it'll be, like, somebody that's on the East Coast, but, um, yeah, I get that, I get that. It's a good answer.
Yeah, I know a
Comedy.
hundred people I want to go with, but and
I
Katy
have
Perry is not one of them. That's for
okay.
sure.
First of all, I will say, speaking of controversial opinions,
Do you
I
think they went to space?
okay, that's a whole nother topic.
Just yes or no? Like, yeah, I believe that they went to space, or I think that that was a movie. They made a movie.
They went into like a a Universal Studio moment. You know, in my head, I think Universal Studio moment. Because there's just like these little like, you kind of want to have a conspiracy. Sometimes the drama of that is like
Oh,
kind of
for
like
sure.
fun. And there is things where I'm like, okay, the daisy is like still perfectly intact. So like all these little things where I'm like, little suspect. And then I think to myself, are the men just trying to make fun of the women? Like, look at, we're going to send them into this tube and they're going to
Yeah.
think they went into space. That's also a thought I had.
Because
And
okay, when you go to space, like you're probably wearing a diaper, right? And there was just no room for them to be wearing a diaper in those suits.
well, it was an amusement ride. It's like it was just a doop, you see, you look, and then you're down. It's
What
like
if you
a
got
go for
stuck?
I mean, I guess, but it's just
I'm saying roller
it's
coasters get stuck upside down all the time. So
yeah, well,
the margin for error was large.
yeah. Well, this is one thing that people aren't really talking about is like people are like, we wasted so much money sending all these women. 100%. But this was also like the 35th launch. So like it's just getting that attention. But like we've done this 35 times before, wasting all that same amount of money.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting, like they'll be like all these female like it's almost like people are focused on like the waste of money piece of it. And it's like totally true. But it's been getting wasted for, like,
Ever.
35 more rides.
Yeah.
35 previous rides, and think about it, what would have happened if this would have been, like, a submarine moment?
I don't
Eh
think they're doing submarines anymore.
but it's the same type of thing, it's like b 2 rich of people, like,
I
building some
know.
type of ride, essentially.
That's why there's no way they went. Because if those people with that stature, something happened, there'd be no forgiveness. And his
Well,
own wife was on there.
I know, that's why in a way, I do think they're like, "Ha, ha, ha, these women think they went to space."
Or
But I
they're
don't
in on
know.
it.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's been a lot of flack for it for sure,
Oh
which
yeah, we'll
is
be talking about this at like as long as people talked about the slap with Will Smith. Like
oh
this
yeah.
is just another iconic controversial topic.
I mean, calling them an astronaut is a little crazy.
Oh, don't get me started on what my new identifiers are cuz I mean if Katy Perry's an astronaut,
Mhm.
then
Yeah, I'd love to know.
I don't know. It's okay.
There's so many options you can't even begin to name them.
I'm basically a doctor at this point. I
Uh,
mean,
certified. Yeah.
Certified, she says. 100% medical doctor right here. If Katy Perry is an astronaut.
Yeah, that was a headline.
Okay,
I d
so
what family do you think is gonna do it all together? The Logan
the
Paul brothers?
Kardashians.
You think okay, I think it's gonna be the Paul brothers before the Kardashians.
Okay, let's bet $5.
5 is weak. Well, this is we got some people in the chat. We gotta do a bigger bet than that.
Okay, so the next family that's going to space,
Yes.
I will bet
Yes.
$20 is the Kardashians.
$20, I'll say, is the Paul brothers.
Okay. All right.
You heard it
What?
here first, folks.
We know who's going to space. Okay, you and I were obsessed with nerd clusters,
Oh
but
my gosh,
I have a
yes.
confession to make.
Hi. Uh-huh.
I have changed addictions.
Oh my gosh, let me in on it.
I found at the hospital I work at in the gift shop, they have, do you remember Spree chewy gummies? Spree chewy candy?
Yeah, but they weren't chewy, right? They were
They
kinda
are.
like
They're like hard on the
okay.
outside and chewy on the inside.
Yes, 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 yeah, I remember those.
Addict. Addict. I've
Oh,
bought 3 bags in the last 4 days.
okay, but has something changed? Are they gummy now? What's same thing?
They're the same. They're the same, but I won't eat
Oh,
the yellow or the green. So technically I've like not really bought 3 bags, but they are
why
so good.
why not yellow, why not green?
I don't,
Banana.
it's like lemon and lime.
You don't support Oregon Ducks? Is that what I'm hearing
I
over there?
actually don't. I've been a beaver since day
Hi.
1. So,
It's true.
um, let's
It's
say
true.
hi to some of these nice people. Hi, Johnny.
Aloha, aloha.
Hi,
Oh,
Ram
okay.
Ranch. Oh, I don't even understand. Okay, so there's like 5 nice people we can say hi to. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Rabani. I hope I'm saying your name right, from India.
I mean, speaking of conspiracies, what other conspiracy do you kind of like believe?
All of them.
Oh, are you a conspiracy girly?
I'll just say that, like, I wish I could hear my volume, honestly.
Am I loud?
No, you're perfect, but you're coming through my speaker on my phone, and like I'm not coming through
Mm.
there.
You sound great to me.
Okay. Um,
A conspiracy. You're a conspiracy girly.
I just
You're
think that whoever was shot, the president that was shot and like his head blew off or whatever.
RFK.
Sure, that one. How
Okay.
many have there been?
Oh well, I mean, okay.
I just think that when the facts point to 2 different things having happened, we
Mhm.
can't say that this is what happened.
Mm.
And I think conspiracy people are like, "Oh, aliens. Oh, one-legged chickens." Like, people take it to an extreme, but for me, conspiracy means if 2 things can be proven with facts, then we cannot agree that only one thing happened.
Okay, so your conspiracy term is under like a very wide umbrella in a way.
Right.
Okay, it's fair. There's some conspiracies that I'm like, this is messed up. You know, like some people I think there's some conspiracies that make me kind of sad because I'm like, there are like the ones about, I don't know, just like where there's kids involved or stuff, or like, people have passed away and then like those families get kind of like I don't wanna say harassed, but they get, like, bothered all the time by, like, conspiracy people and, like,
Yeah.
and that's kind of sad because, like, if, let's say, their kid did pass, they're just consistently, like, hearing this, like, sad conspiracy, like, that kind of sucks, and when that got pointed out to me, I kinda never really forgot that, but when I
Yeah.
my in high school, I'll never forget, like, one of our last papers was to prove you had to pick one side. We either did the moon landing or we didn't, and you had to prove your point, and I thought that was, like, the coolest project.
I
Like
love it.
I proved that it didn't land. And so to me, it's like when I first saw going back to the Katy Perry thing, when I first saw the space launch, I'm like, I think this is not true. Because like, you see that's my when I did all my research before, I was like, oh no, there's no way.
No way, bro.
No way, bruh. I can't play with you right now. I'm literally in the middle of something.
All
I
right,
can't.
so
Okay.
are
Well,
you still your guilty pleasure? Is it still nerd clusters?
nerd clusters for sure. Hold on, sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying not to do nerd clusters, but yeah, nerd
Do you have
clusters
another
for.
guilty pleasure snack? What's your favorite NA beverage right now?
Oh my gosh, there's these new drinks I got that are lychee. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is it the
Okay.
one you got on Instacart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that
Okay.
one. And got it. It's like lychee. I can't. It's like a pink. I can't remember the name off the top of my
Okay. I
head.
know what one you're talking about.
It's so good, and it's not like super bubbly. It's kind of just like barely bubble, but crisp. Oh, so good.
Light
Yeah.
and bubbles.
Yes. Oh, and I just did this. The watermelon waters you get at the store, like the big
Yeah.
ones. Okay, well, I like to this is my little hack. I'll, like, drink half of it, and then I'll put the other half in the freezer, and then it'll become like a slushie, and I'll use that watermelon slushie as ice for another drink, and I don't know. I don't
That
know how
sounds
I come up.
bomb, honestly.
It's
Because
good.
most of my drinks have bubbles, so I can't be popping those in the freezer, but I
Yeah.
I know you love that watermelon juice and it's everywhere. It's at Whole Foods, it's at
Mhm.
Target. It's definitely a refreshing beverage.
It has a lot of benefits. You know,
Yeah, it's watermelon.
when I stopped drinking, it's like you have to find these substitutes.
Yeah.
And this watermelon water for me was like something that was really refreshing, something that was good. And then it was also just, I don't know. I think one of the things when I stopped drinking is like just having another drink in my hand
Yeah,
was
for
kind
sure. Having a good bevy. Okay, so I don't okay,
okay.
what's one thing you wish you knew before you started your own business? Yeah.
I wish you kind of knew
You have to go off your
that
Wi-Fi. You're losing connection.
okay. I feel like what you have to do is you just have to kind of know like when you have to know your limit, like as far as like what you're really willing to put in it. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I kind of feel like I didn't really know, and that's hard for me to know. And I look at it and I'll be like, oh, I kind of want to quit. I kind of want to quit. And then I always think, is this just because it's getting sleepless, sleepless night? Is progression isn't really getting better. And so for me, it's like I wish very, very challenging. And I never heard that piece when I was hearing things about business. I always heard other things.
Okay, so what's the one thing you wish you knew?
I would say the one thing I wish I knew is that you should go into it with some type of guide of some kind, some type of mentor, some type of baseline that you can be able to kind of follow. And that's one thing I never really. I think there's ways of doing tons of things by yourself and learning as you go and being the first on the path. But I think if you don't have somebody in your circle parameter to bounce things off of that genuinely like are business minded, not just like want the best for you, that's something I wish I would have had. And I wish I wouldn't have learned that I didn't have and needed along the way.
So a business partner.
I would say some type of mentor, somebody that's just like, for me, like I don't have a huge network of family or people that like I can like call and be like, okay, what should I do in this situation or like this business situation? It's just I have like my grandmother who's great and amazing, but she's more of like, yes, that sounds great. And she's not really like quite as in touch with the current market, the current trends, and there's this, we're talking about powerhouses, even down to social media. We're talking about marketing plans that are big and people that have a lot of money behind them. So if you're doing things kind of solo and you're navigating as you go, to not have somebody to kind of sometimes help you along those wiggly ways, just of like, yes, you're on the right path, or like, wait, you're getting distracted. Like, is that, I feel like for me, that's one thing that I needed in the beginning, and I did not know I needed because I never heard about it when people were talking about business. I always heard about, like, "It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that," but, like, it's extra hard, I feel like, if you don't have somebody in that realm of any kind.
Yeah,
Very long answer, sorry, but
you're fine. Okay. Okay. What is your biggest thing? Okay, so we'll wrap up with what our goal was for this live and then what you are looking forward to in the next week.
the goal at the end of this live and what I'm looking forward to at the end of next week.
The
Is that
coming
what I
week,
heard?
yeah.
Well, next week, I mean, I can't believe we're already in May, so that's exciting.
True.
Um, I have like a velour, velour, it's like Lululemon, but
Yeah.
not. It's okay. I have their corporate office down in Southern County, San Diego, is getting donuts next
Oh,
week, so I'm
wow.
excited about that. Yeah, so I'm excited to look forward to that. And then as far as this live goes, I mean, I think it's great to kind of catch up and have like a balance of what's going on in our life, because this is our real life. This is like behind the scenes as well as like things we talk about, and it all crosses over.
Yeah, true.
What about you?
Um, I wanted to record my birth story. Like, I wanted to tell my birth story and spend this week editing it. But as I was trying to record that, I realized I haven't even processed that experience. And I spent
Mm,
like an hour trying to just like create and tell the story. And I just can't.
mm,
So I think I have to come up with another long form by the end of the month, which is not very long, because I want to stick to my schedule of posting my long form. And I think the goal for me going live with you is always just to have like two women talking about topics. And because I see a lot of men on the internet talking about topics and giving their opinions and their insight, and when I see them talking as if they're an expert, I'm always wondering how much experience do they actually have on the topics that they're speaking about. And I just think it's
right.
important for women to be having the same conversations because our experiences are also very valid.
Good true. Yeah, no, I agree. I think as far as your long form video goes, have you thought about how to tell that story maybe like in parts, or are you thinking you want to do it all in one long form?
I don't think I can break it up. I think my goal was to have it be like a 10-minute story of
Good
having a
deal.
baby during a pandemic. Um, but I had notes like hour by hour of like what was happening, and it was just kind of
A lot.
surreal to relive everything that like went on.
Yeah. Did you have footage when you were there, like, during the COVID birth, during Demi?
Yeah, everything, almost everything is recorded, including her being born. When you have a C-section, they ask you if you want to watch. So, like, they pull the drape down and you can kind of look and see the baby come up, but you cannot take a video. You can only take photos during that time.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
so I don't know. It was like I felt failed by the healthcare system because nobody told me what it would be like to get induced into labor, and just like reliving everything that like they did to my body to get my baby here was like pretty traumatic. So I don't
Mm.
even think I want to touch that topic right now. So I'll have to come up
Did
with
you have it
something else.
did you have any music playing while you were giving birth? People
No.
play music. People play music.
I know people have their whole birth album, but it was a very different time during a pandemic, and a playlist was not on my mind at all.
Yeah. Well, if you had to put a playlist,
Oh, it would have been
what song?
WAP, 100%.
You're like, "This doesn't go with the theme of my song because we're not using my vagina."
I was very disappointed. I wanted WAP to just be the theme of my birth, but it went a different direction.
Remix.
Yeah, seriously, coming
Uh,
out the sunroof was God's plan on that one.
well, shining bright, pun intended, kind of.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll
Okay.
do this again next week.
Yeah, sorry with the dog, I don't know
Do
what
you at
type of
least know where he
attention.
is?
Yeah, I can hear him, he's right behind me at the door. He just wanted me to, like, play with him, and I just couldn't I couldn't, like, keep getting pulled.
He needed, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for letting me step outside.
No prob. Talk to you later.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.